Two men. One named Rich. That's me.
This is Jermaine. Just got off the toilet.
He's a foul man. This is the X's and O's of life.
Huh?
I think it's funny every time.
Yeah. Did you hear the music undertones to it?
Yeah. I was like, is that new?
It is new. I'm learning stuff.
Oh, look at you. Actually being intelligent.
Yeah, seen it. Yep. I just thought I had a big penis for a while, but apparently I have other skills. It's good. So the boy is working on an intro for the football one. He's had a few drafts. I'm kind of making him make changes to it because I don't like it.
Oh, but, he already brought you the finished product, and you kind of
3 of them.
Oh. Okay.
But he has the right idea. The last one he sent, I do like it, but I want him to extend a certain part of it. So that should be up by next week. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's they said child labor isn't a good thing. I'm gonna go with incorrect. You're not paying rent. You better earn your keep somewhere here. Bring a skill.
Ain't he 18?
Yeah, well, he'll be 18. Shit, man, he'll be 18 in like, oh man, 2 weeks, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Golly, yikes! I gotta go get these locks changed. Shit.
I think 18 years ago, you brought somebody into the world.
Yeah, and he didn't die. Like that's the more impressive part. He is still alive and didn't like knock anybody up or rape anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to get a child through school, high school, well, of course, a female. To get a female through high school without them getting pregnant is an accomplishment. I mean, it sounds messed up, but that is a true accomplishment.
Maybe 20 years ago it sounds messed up, and now it's like
it's a reality.
It's like, damn, you don't have a kid already? What are you, some kind of loser?
Same thing with a guy. I mean, that's during their exploratory age where they're exploring, and I mean, even a guy. I mean, if he don't have a woman pregnant, another little girl pregnant by, to get through high school, either you're not looking, or you're very careful, or you're ugly as hell.
Yeah. No, so he basically laid it out there, and he was like, "Yeah, man, the bitches at the school are ugly." I'm like, "That a boy. At least you picked up on your daddy's shallowness. That's good."
My son says the same thing. He's 16, and he's had one girlfriend that he did the Valentine's Day thing and exchanged gifts, but he said the majority of the girls, he's like, girls in our school, they're hoes. I was like, damn, that is a bold statement.
Hey,
he's not wrong. I mean, like I said,
good for Junior, man. I'm glad he's able to notice that
on these previous podcasts about today's female and how they have a roster and they feel it's okay to mess with 4 or 5 different people at the same time. And that's not me looking from an old man perspective. That's a kid looking at judging his own peer at his own age.
Do you think he'd be interested in getting on here and talking? Or is this not his really?
Would be opposed to it, but I mean, he is kind of. I ain't gonna say kind of on the shy side, but yeah, doesn't talk.
When he was here that day, he was a little reserved, so I could see it.
Yeah, I mean, if I asked him, I mean, it depends on what we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, he would jump on.
Okay, yeah, put that in the
ether.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word there. So, welcome in again. Strangely enough, on accident, we ended up doing another 2-week hiatus. Our man's right here was a little sick too, so I don't know if he caught the vid or what exactly was going on, but he seems to be feeling better nowadays here.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yours lasted probably a week. I think I got the watered down version of what y'all had.
Okay, so you got like the Miller Lite version. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I caught the oldies version or the Save-A-Lot version of the Giant Eagle brand y'all had.
They still got Save-A-Lots around. Is that still a thing?
The only one I knew was in that craft and shopping center, and I don't think it's there no more. No.
Huh. That kind of slid underneath the rug and just died, didn't it?
Yeah, like nobody really made a big stink about it or anything.
Did Aldi buy him out?
I don't know. I remember when Aldi's first came out, everybody was, "Oh my God, what is this new store? Everything's so cheap." And then you just start realizing that the brands wasn't up to speed, but then they start getting the name brands and stuff like that. I haven't been in Aldi's in a while. I really haven't.
It's not a bad place. We go there.
They're popping up a lot more all over the country, so.
Yeah, because it's not like you're just going to like the Gabriel Brothers grocery store. Like they got.
He said the Gabriel Brothers. Yep.
Like they got. You actually go in there and you have the options. Like, hey, you want the name brand or do you want the instead of Mountain Dew, it's like
Mountain Mist.
It's it's moist slight incline.
Instead of Dr. Pepper, it's Nurse Pepper.
Slight incline drizzle. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
slight incline condensation. All right, let me stop because I will keep doing this. Yeah. So, not really a super planned kind of show. We didn't really have too much to really kind of spout out about because which is super ironic because literally what we're going to talk about is pretty much the reason why we don't have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those like Inception fucking deals. So,
they're on the level underneath the level underneath the level.
Exactly. See, people say we're simple and boring. We're fucking layers and shit. Complicated.
Yeah.
So we have that topic, and then we're gonna do our draft, and hopefully you remember the draft subject. Tiff isn't here because she went down to Florida for her Disney Expo because all this bitch does is travel. So safe travels to her. Was a little worried because she went down there on the kind of hurricane-esque kind of timeline. She flew down Thursday night. So luckily,
they always got these
happened.
unique names. What was this one's called? Ida or no? This was called
I don't know.
Hurricane something. It's always a weird name. Like it's not like Hurricane Helen or.
Well, I mean, look, there's not many.
It's always some weird kind of name.
Well, how many I names are real fucking common there, Fred?
Ida. I don't know.
Irene. They don't make fucking Irenes anymore. They got rid of that. They
Iris.
Iris. Yeah. Anyway, see, case in point. But yeah, you're right though. They're always like a Hurricane Hindenburg. What the fuck? What?
Yeah. It's always some strange name.
Helga.
Like
what?
Catchy. Yeah. It's like a name that you don't forget. Like it really like sticks to you. You're like, oh, okay.
I get it, but I don't know. I mean, you imagine like Hurricane Jack, and it's like and it kills like 1 million people. Everyone's like, "Fuck you, Jack!"
Yeah.
It's like there's just the guy that's like, "What did I do?"
Yeah. Hurricane Jack or Hurricane John, like
right, Hurricane Irene. There's like 3 Irenes left, and it's like, huh?
Yeah.
What did you say, Sonny? You want a butterscotch? It's like, fucking yeah, Irene. There you go. So, kind of topic for the day here, and I don't think this is going to be a super long episode because one, not really super prepared for it, but that's kind of how we like it sometimes, just kind of
Yeah.
going raw and kind of go off the cuff. And we're going to be recording football right after this. So tune in for that, football fans. So a little bit of a football just the tip moment here. That's kind of why we are in the situation we're in. Our penises are very, very erect for tomorrow.
Yeah, man. It's to me, it feels like Christmas Eve, and it's like I can't. This day can't get past fast enough. It's
Right.
like because I don't watch college football. I just
Me either, man. Me either.
get into
No
it, man. I'm
fucking
sitting up
clue. I
here doing
can't.
my laundry. It's probably some college football fans that have since 12 o'clock today jumped on the couch, plopped down, and was just excited and got all the stuff together. Me, I'm like, I gotta run some air. It's like I'm trying to do busy work.
Well, here's the thing. You're doing it
for tomorrow. Like
you usually do your shit on Sunday, right? Like usually you Saturday to chill and Sunday, but now since tomorrow is going to be a thing, your whole
laundry
stilo
day
is
has
flipped.
become Saturday now because
Right.
Sunday
Which
I am not fucking moving.
which is helpful to me. Honestly, it's helpful to me so I can kind of plan accordingly. You know, so I can have a general idea. Okay, we're probably going to spark off things around 9-ish, kind of bang out our 2 episodes, yada yada yada, and then in the morning I'll upload them, and so on and so forth. So that's actually unintentionally helpful to me on my side, so that's good. But yeah, the topic of kind of today's discussion, conversation, whatever, is it's a bit of a kind of a potpourri kind of deal. We're going to be covering it from a bunch of different angles. It's just going to be a bunch of sporadic kind of questions, but tomorrow is the official kind of day. I mean, I know we had the first game on Thursday, but as you so eloquently put, that's just a little bit of crack, not enough to get you high.
Not enough to get you high. Like you taste it and you smoked some crack, but you're not full blood. You didn't get the full high. You didn't. No.
I feel like there is so many questions I have for that because you just said that with such confidence. I'm just like, there might be some things I don't know about you.
I have not smoked crack.
Wink, wink. Okay, surely. But yeah, tomorrow is the kind of full blown, like, oh God, this is a terrible, terrible analogy. So Thursday is HIV and Sunday is AIDS. There you go.
He said Sunday is full blown AIDS.
Yeah, you got the heavy on Thursday. Yeah.
This is not the same. I mean, this opening Sunday is not like any other because you had a taste of it like any other Sunday. I mean, I kind of go through the same pattern every week where I can't wait till Sunday gets here.
Right.
But this being the opening Sunday of the season is even more anticipation built up because it's so many questions. You don't know what is like.
Now, here's my question. Here's my question. If we weren't fantasy people, do you think that we would have the same level of excitement? I don't think we would.
Not the same level, no. I mean, I would still be excited. I would be more geared toward the hometown because without fantasy, it was all about the Steelers. So I would be anticipating the Steelers' first game. So I still have that excitement, but I wouldn't necessarily care about all the other teams because I would just be like, okay, how do the Steelers play? And then my rest of my Sunday would hinge off of what the Steelers did.
Right.
And we've had this discussion before. The beauty of fantasy is making you pay attention to the other teams and
gives
the other
you more
games.
reason to be pissed off throughout the whole day. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for fantasy, yes, it would be everything would be based off the Steelers. And then if they open up that game and lose, then you're in a slight form of depression until they play again. Yeah. And it's like, if the Steelers win or lose tomorrow, I'm going to be like, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yeah. And I'm going right to red zone. Like, where are my players?
Yeah. I actually bet San Francisco in the points. So
Oh,
I'm
okay,
taking
okay. Yeah,
I'm
I
taking
forgot.
San.
Open
I'm
up
taking.
your you start doing all those like parlays and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do like to bet the football thing. I always like to kind of adjust how I do my process, but I'm betting the Steelers I'm betting San Fran -2. So I don't think
Okay.
it's going to be that close. I think they're going to lose by at least a touchdown.
Oh,
Steelers
you
will.
think Steelers are going to lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It's going to be.
That's just
Yeah.
another question. I mean, and another thing about the fantasy aspect of it is I'm looking if there wasn't no fantasy, I wouldn't have these, like I said, players that I'm sitting up here following so closely. And there's a lot of answers or a lot of questions that get answered about your players and how they operate. And then there's an injury standpoint that happens. Somebody always tear an ACL that first weekend or that first couple weekends. And
do we have a prediction on that? Oh no, that we'll save that for the next
football.
for football. Yeah.
Another thing that perplexes me about the NFL season or just getting to this point is I work Monday through Friday. My only off days is the weekend. It's almost like a gift and a curse. It's like I can't wait till Sunday to get here, but then I gotta go to work.
As soon as it's over, you're like, fuck.
It's like I'm trying to speed up my weekend, but when I should be trying to enjoy my weekend, but I want Sunday to get here so bad that I'm willing to hurry up and speed up my weekend to get to Sunday.
Yeah,
and
you're
then once
burning
it's
through
over,
Saturday.
like,
You're like, I don't give a shit about you. Just get over. Like you just want to sleep all day just so you can get to Sunday. You're like,
get to Sunday,
oh
and then,
no.
like you said, once that last game is over, then I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back to work. It's just wow. Like I'm sitting there trying to speed up this Saturday night to get to tomorrow, but I'm one step closer to work, and I don't want to go to work on Monday, but I want to see my games on Sunday. It's like,
and the bad part about your thing is you work. That's Monday is the only day that you work early. So once that Sunday night game ends at about let's call it 11:30. You're just like, you don't even have time to like, oh, okay. You're like, I gotta go right to bed.
I'm going to watch the highlights on NFL Network to about 12:30, and then I'm going to start preparing to go to bed. That's fucking crazy. Oh, man. Yo.
Enjoy your Sunday, loser.
Yeah, no. And then, on top of that, if you would say to yourself, okay, well, at least you know all the games you want in fantasy. No, you don't. You still got that Monday night game rolling around. So you don't even your week isn't even complete. Nope. You still got the Monday night game.
And you better hope that you're winning and you're in a good place because you're gonna go in Monday like you're like, the fuck do you want? What? 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 I don't even what? Fuck.
He said, what?
And someone was just like, I just asked if you wanted some coffee. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Jake. And it's just like the weird that's the hard part because you'll be on tilt. Oh God, the tilt is real. Like, and you get some kind of bad beat and you're not in a good place on Monday anyway because it's Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, just with the hope that, because like, especially week one, if you lose week one, you're just like, I fucking hate fantasy. This is bullshit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's like you instantly put yourself in a hole. Like you're in a hole. Like you just don't feel good losing that first week.
But
you doubt all your players, then you start doubting yourself and who you drafted, and it's man. But this should be for football, I guess. But
yeah, right. But but
the giddiness it's unbelievable. It's like waiting all day. It's just like I can't. It's so many questions that's going to get answered. And like I said, like you said, Thursday, You know, there was some great questions, but it was just like after it was over, I was
But
just
are
like,
they? But that's the thing. Are those things answered? Because it's the first game, and usually the first game of the year is just like
a lot of sloppy play, a
it's
lot of
just
penalties.
gross.
It's preseason because, as we discussed before, they turned these preseason games into full-blown exhibitions. They're not even preseason games. Like, they
Right.
don't even put half the starters out there at all. They used to always put them out there in like that second or third preseason game. They don't even do that no more. There's certain players that don't even touch the field until the regular season. So really, the first 2 or 3
I
games
think they
of the
said
regular
Goff didn't even
season-
play in the preseason at all. Like the starting
Yeah.
quarterback for Detroit didn't even play at all. Didn't play a
Yeah.
snap,
Yeah.
which is
I think
crazy. to
Lamar
me.
Jackson did the same thing. I think he didn't play a snap in the preseason, but
That's-
we're going to find out what he got tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
And the preseason, the regular season's first 2 or 3 weeks is the preseason.
yeah,
Because there's going to be a lot of sloppy play. So you can't get enamored. Like when you get your Clevelands and your Detroits, and I'm not saying Detroit ain't real, but when you get your Clevelands that win that first game and their fans are going crazy and they're tearing stuff down and tearing down the goalposts and rushing the field.
well,
You
I mean,
won
let's
one.
be honest. What else does Cleveland really have?
Yeah. They got one title from LeBron James, and that's about it. That's all I can
Yeah.
recall. But yeah,
Their biggest
You can't
import,
get-
their
you can't
biggest
get
import
too
is
high.
sadness.
or too low because
Right.
it's
It's
only
week
1
one.
week. Yeah, you don't start finding out who you are until about after week 4. And that's when you start finding out what teams are who
Right.
the hell we thought they were. So
Was that Dennis Allen that said that? Was that the Dennis Allen blurb where he's like, "They are who we thought we were," or some shit like that?
no,
What
that was damn, what was his name? The coach they used to coach for Dennis Green, I think his name was.
Okay, Dennis Green. Okay, who that was Dennis Allen?
Yeah, Dennis Green. It was like
Okay,
he was like the Bears are who we thought they were, and we let him
Yeah.
off the hook, and he
Yep.
fucking snapped and shit.
who is Dennis Allen?
Dennis Allen? I think is the coach from the Saints or some shit like that.
Huh.
Like he took over for Sean Payton when Sean Payton left the Saints.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
He's
like,
like-
that just sounds like a coach name, but I don't know. I can't.
yeah,
I
he is
can't
the
put
coach, but he's
Okay.
not like he's not real popular or well known or anything like that. But that is a name.
Apparently popular enough for my dumbass to know. So I guess here's the question. So we've already kind of established there's more excitement to our thing because fantasy.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 major sports, which I would kind of qualify as MLB, NHL, MLB, or I said that shit twice, didn't I? NFL,
Yeah.
NBA, MLB, and whatever the other fucking one is. Do you think there is just as much excitement around that first? I can't say like the first week because I mean we're talking about 17. Yeah, no, 18 weeks now. Yeah,
Yeah,
7. Yeah,
18
And-
with a bye included a 17 game.
yeah. We'll call it 17 just to make that make more sense. And then you got the 162 for MLB. You got the 82 for NHL, and I don't know.
No,
how
the
many-
excitement is in there because of the amount of contests that are involved. I mean, winning one game in baseball means absolutely jack shit.
Yeah.
Winning one game in the NBA means absolutely jack shit. Winning one game in NHL means absolutely jack
So
shit.
I'm not going from like the winner or loser of that first game. I'm talking about, let's just say, Sunday is week 1, right? And let's just say the first series in baseball or the first game in NHL. Because I mean, yeah, it's not going to be the same type of amount of things going on, but do you
But in the
Do you
NFL,
think that-
in the NFL, you can watch a first series and somebody drive down the field, they kick a field goal, and as soon as that commercial come on, your juices they're boiling. You're like, let's fucking go! Like you're ready, you are fucking pumped. And all they did was kick a field goal, but the way they went down the field, it was just so much adrenaline going through you at that point.
Okay.
And it just that just doesn't. It's not that exciting. And when the
You know what's
when the draft of one sport gets more views than the playoffs of another, there is a problem there. I mean, during the NFL draft, those same nights there were NBA playoff games going in the draft, which is merely a motherfucking commissioner coming to the podium.
Yeah,
and
but
saying a
that's
name.
not fair, man. That's not fair. The NFL draft is its own fucking it has its own universe.
But
Like, because
every sport has a draft, but
Yeah,
the
but it doesn't
NFL
matter,
draft
man.
is more important and gets more viewers than the fucking
I get what you're saying.
playoffs.
I get what you're saying, but it's like that's the only sport that has it seems like it's its own sport. Like the draft is its own sport. Like I don't have any better way to put it's its own fucking entity.
Its own entity.
But I mean that is very sad though. If you really kind of put those two things in a box, it's like, okay, these other 82 games that led into the NBA games, it has all kind of come to this climax, and they're like, hey, let's go look at the 18-year-olds get drafted, and but it's just not even a fair comparison. But you're right. That is pretty bonkers. I did not know that. That's silly.
I'm just saying, I mean, like I understand what you're saying, because it's like I said, all the other sports do have a draft, but it just seems like that NFL draft, like you said, it can be its own form of entertainment, because people tune in to see the reactions. Even with Goodell, he started something new where he hugs the players. So now we're looking to see how, if they hug him crazily, or
right.
Pick him up or do something like that, So I guess people like to see people tune in for the reactions, the emotions, because some of those times.
Well, here's the thing. College football, right? Like we already kind of discussed that. Me and you, we don't give a shit about it. But there are rabid people, like 60-year-old men that are painting their fucking faces like goddamn retards. And it's like, motherfucker, that was not your alma mater for 40 fucking years. Pump your tits, like your literal old man tits. Pump them shits. But
pump your tits.
But like there are, and you think about it too, right? How many colleges there are, and how many, like there's not a ton of states without a pro team, but there absolutely are, enough that just have that their college team is their pro team. Like there's
Alabama.
There's no pro teams in Ohio, right?
Yes, there is. Yo, damn. He just fucking disrespected Ohio. I was like, dude, is this dude serious? No.
Yeah. Fuck your filthy state.
Alabama is well known as like one of the best. They're the New England Patriots of the damn college football world.
Yep.
There ain't no pro teams in that area.
Mm-mm.
Just Alabama.
No.
Auburn.
There is more teeth in Alabama than there are teams, and there's not a lot of either one of those. And I say that with me losing a tooth and shit. But I thought about that. I'm like, don't say that shit too loud, Toothy.
So you're saying that some of these people that are their alma mater, when they go to the draft, they're watching just to see their alma mater put X amount of players into the draft?
Especially if it's a smaller school and this dude blew up.
Yeah.
And he's like, it is
like when Randy Moss got drafted, nobody even heard of Marshall. Nobody heard of Marshall. And then Randy Moss got drafted. I'm pretty sure that school, and they got a way more attention than they ever had.
Yeah.
Because he came from that school. Yeah.
So it's so hard to compare that draft. Like they do the MLB draft in the fucking season. And they're like, when does this happen? Oh, Word last week? No.
I've never ever seen the MLB draft on TV at all.
Oh,
Like
it's
I
not
don't
a
know.
thing.
It's almost like a blurb. It's like a
Well,
ticker. It's like the ticker
so-
at the bottom of the screen that you see, and then you'll just see your player just get drafted right there.
So they did televise this one. I think they always televise them, but you just never know when they are. And I thought it was kind of cool because Junior was announcing the picks, which is always fun. I always have thought Ken Griffey Jr. being probably one of the best to ever play the game.
He's an icon, definitely.
Just sexiest swing of all time. Just if I could fuck his swing, I would.
He said, I see you put your dick on that bat.
Oh, just all over it. Just fuck me and call me Junior.
Did he ever win a chip?
No.
No. Mm-mm. Damn.
Mm-mm.
How the hell
He
he
played,
had all that
for the
talent?
Mariners for damn near his whole career. Then he went to Cincy, and it's like, okay, but he's
like Penny Hardaway. I mean, like Penny Hardaway was well known, and everybody had the flashiness, but
Dan Marino. There you go.
Dan Marino. Yep. Never won a chip.
But he was good.
Trent Dilfer won more championships than Dan Marino. Doesn't that sound fucking ridiculous? They never put it together for Dan. They really didn't. I don't even recall the Miami even getting to the championship. I know they got to the Super Bowl that one year against Joe Montana. And then Joe Montana, that was his coming out party. Yeah. I bet you Dan Marino thought he was going to keep going back. He never got back to that Super Bowl. That's how hard it is to get back. It's hard.
That's just what makes the teams so impressive that are like perennial.
Some New England Patriots shit where you win in 2-3 years in a row. Like, what?
Right. I'm pretty sure one year they won 2 Super Bowls in 1 year.
Yeah, because, well, no. They couldn't.
No, I'm not. That's not possible. It was a joke. Don't do the fucking math. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm falling for all your dumbass jokes today.
Oof. But yeah, I mean, it is really like a crazy thing because I mean, you talk about with how movement is now. Like you think 30 years ago, you get drafted to a team or you get picked up by a team. Motherfucker, you need to buy a house because you're not leaving there for 10, 15 years. You're dying there.
Those dynasties, I mean, even though we live in Pittsburgh and I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash, but
fuck them hoes.
Yeah, those dynasties, this is how Pittsburgh's dynasty went. They won it in 76 and 77. They took a break, I think, in 78, and then they won it in 79 and 90 or something like that. They won 4 Super Bowls in like a 5-year period. That will never, and I mean fucking never, happen again. Ever.
Yeah, the way movement is, and that's the like you could legitimately win the Super Bowl and get traded. Like your quarterback could get traded the next year. Why? Because fucking reasons. It's like okay. Well, what?
Like it's one of those things where if you have success in the Super Bowl, the league is going to dissect your team, and it's not just the players. It's
literally
the
dissect. They will cut that.
They will just the Eagles are a good example. The Eagles just went to the Super Bowl last year, and they didn't even win it. But their offensive coordinator is a head coach. Their defensive coordinator is a head coach, and now they got two major pieces to their team already gone. Let alone the players that get overpaid. The most overpaid player for a Super Bowl performance is the Cowboys' Larry Brown that Neil O'Donnell threw 2 interceptions to. That fucker was one of the worst cornerbacks in the league. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and Neil O'Donnell threw him 2 interceptions, and the Raiders paid his ass a bunch of money, and he's a fucking bum. Larry Brown. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to tear your team apart from the players and the staff inside out. So, It is
more the staff than the players, which is wild now. But you know, if you win that chip, you're like, well, I got mine. I'm gonna go make the money now. And I will say this:
I don't blame a defensive coordinator. If
no.
my whole goal is to become the head coach, and until I get there, I'm gonna keep building my resume to get there. I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna pass up that head coaching job because I want to stay with y'all and win it one more year.
That's like starting an entry level job and being like, oh, you can be promoted to CEO.
Yeah,
nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm gonna stay with y'all in the pit and we gonna work this thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I will say this though: if Philly gets an actual running back, they can actually have a good running back and not a running back by committee of 6 people, because that's what that really gets their dick hard.
Like if Philly got like a Derrick Henry or a one back that they can just pound the rock, they would be impossible to stop.
I'm pretty sure that just made me came a little bit. Because
Philly's weakness to me has always been running back, and they never can get an inside linebacker. They can never get a solid inside linebacker. Like, do you even know who their inside linebackers are?
Nope, but I know they got Sauce back. No, they don't. No. Who the fuck do they have? Hold on. I don't even know who they got on the fucking defensive side of the ball.
That with a defensive line, and they bring it. They put it this way: Philly usually gets two sets of defensive linemen, where they got 8 fresh guys that could play at a Pro Bowl level, and that's how they win games. They rotate that D line, and they keep coming in, and they bring this up. But the linebackers, downright shitty. I mean, they got.
I'll say this with Philly. I don't think it matters who they put on the field. I just feel like, I saw Kendre Miller. I know your ass is looking at Sleeper and shit.
Yeah,
I think they would just outscore whoever. I don't know how you stop. I don't know how you stop Jalen. I don't know how you stop Adrian. I don't know how you stop Smith.
Yeah.
It is
and they even
fucking
got
gross.
He was a great tight end. I mean, in Andrew's league, when I drafted.
Hold on, fantasy. Hold on, we gotta stop.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
See, we're getting your dumbass was like, "Oh, let's do this one first and do football afterwards."
No, I'm just saying because I just thought that we had
milk that ass is just all about
because
football.
We're behind. It's almost like, I mean, I don't know, we're not behind. I mean, it's like that episode with all the guests, that kind of, it seemed like we recorded that probably prematurely, because that's almost serving as, our buffer in between, because we haven't recorded X's since what?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because we recorded two X's and O's that week. It was like we did one, then we did the guest one literally the next day. But I get what you're saying, because the last thing on your mind is the guest episode. Because the other one was
what was the other one?
It was, I called it the C word, because it was the COVID episode where we talked about that, and
the symptoms we drafted the symptoms and okay.
But I get it because it's the last thing we thought about is, that the Black Brady Bunch. I called it.
And they was cracking up. They was like real. What do you say? It was real inventory of your quips and mannerisms, and because a lot of them they never met you before, and they was just like, man, he was like, man, y'all got some good shit going on. He was like, man, that's a funny dude. I was just like, you think I'm in here doing this shit with a fucking snare drum artist? Right. With a snare drum artist, the motherfuckers that make jokes and it's like, it's those corny ass jokes. Nah, I'm like, I'm on here with a real funny fucking dude.
I'm just glad they got it, because I'm like so abrasive and just like in your face. I'm like, I should have given it.
When your wife came in the room, they was not used to that. They was like, what the hell? When he was talking to her, I was like, man, I told you this motherfucker, dog. They gotta have a unique relationship.
I wish she would have jumped on to say hi though. She's like, I'm not wearing a bra. I'm like, ain't no one seen your droopy ass titties. Go fucking figure your life out.
But yeah,
silly.
that's why I wanted to get the X's because it seemed like we hadn't done it in a while, and I was just like, because our last show was just like boom, we were giddy as hell. We had just drafted, but I mean, I still just this is Christmas Eve to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, and that's where I'm at
Santa
too.
Claus is going to come tomorrow.
right in your face.
You know what I don't like, and I don't know. You're a morning person, so you get up.
I
And
love how
gotta
you're
watch
passionate
all
because
those-
you just chucked your glass. You're like, what the fucking I hate.
No,
I fucking
you know what
hate
I hate
seeing.
most about Sundays is getting up too early. Like I hate getting up at 10 o'clock and I gotta listen to these damn shows for 3 hours
I don't even
before the
bother with
first
them.
game. I'm that person that want to wake up at 12:30 on the dot, have enough time to look at my damn fantasy roster to make sure nobody's out or somebody's hurt or not playing, and then the game start. That's what I want. You know, I don't want to wait around and look at Mooch and fucking Rich Eisen, and I can watch some of that pre-game banter, but to sit there for 2-3 I hate
can't
when I
do
wake
it.
up at like 9 o'clock in the morning and I gotta wait 4 hours for a game to start.
I can't do it. What actually works out for me now, and you saying that just made me think of this. Yeah, I'm gonna be up at like 6 in the morning because I'm fucking broken inside. But what's nice is now I have something I can actually do because I have to upload the episode. So I'm kind of like, cool.
So now you got some tasks that you can get out the way.
So that'll lead me until around 8 o'clock. So I can just like maybe masturbate for a little bit, maybe take a nap, and figure out my fucking life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a bit of a weird thing to be. Yeah, Ramondre. Interesting. It is a bit of a weird thing to be.
He got an illness.
He was expected to play.
Okay.
But yeah, it is a weird thing to be kind of a morning person all the time. It is. And the kicker is I'll go to bed at like 12:30 and I'll wake up like 2 or 3 times during the night because I sleep like shit. And it's crazy because
times that I've been out on Saturday nights and I'm already hammered. I would take an extra drink just to make sure I sleep a little bit longer to not get, because there's been times I've made a mistake and I've gotten up too early. And of course, once I get up, I can't go back to sleep.
right.
And I'm sitting there. And then by the time the game come on, man, what I do at your house a couple times watching the game. And I'm waiting all day for the best moment of my motherfucking week, and I fall asleep on it. Like, come on, man. That shit is
It has
insane.
happened each time that you come over to watch games. I'm like, you old motherfucker.
Because I'd be so hyped, and then like an hour in the red
You
zone,
blow your load. You blow your load. You're like a tractor pull. Like you're like, oh, this is looking real good. Then like a minute in, you're like, oh no. But I get it because I've done the same shit. I'm like,
I'd be so excited, man. And it's like I
you
what do
overheat.
you call it? Huh?
You overheat.
Yeah, like
Just-
yep. I like overexert too much energy, and then I'm
That's
exhausted.
a real thing, man. Like the mental exhaustion. Fuck yeah, because especially this fantasy, because you're all over the place, and motherfucker, we're watching Red Zone, so it's like you're like looking at your phone. You're like, you having a seizure? No,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fucking.
It's like I'll be sitting up there. I'll be scared to go to the bathroom. I'll be like going to the bathroom with the door open, like looking like I'm playing hopscotch or some shit, and I'm getting ready
Listen,
to jump.
I have pumped the volume up to go take a piss. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
and let Tiff ask for anything to be done. You think you think I talk to her reckless when I'm being silly?
Man, I've been asked it's been times I've been asked shit, and I gave him this look like if looks could kill, I fucking overkilled you 50 times. Because I look at you with that look like, are you fucking out of your mind? You talking about, can you run to the store real quick? Are you fucking crazy? It's not happening.
Right.
It's not happening. I mean, like, so now it's well understood. Like, don't even attempt to bother me, because I'm not moving.
Right.
If there's one day, like, I even had to lay it out. You know, I had to explicitly say, "Oh, you can't go to stores. I'm cooking you dinner." Motherfucker, I work hard.
You could have done
And
that
I
shit
bring in the
yesterday,
majority
motherfucker.
of the I bring in the majority of the money. And you kind of tell me I can't enjoy myself for one fucking day. And then it's like, oh, then you realize, yeah, that's what I thought. Now get the fuck out of here.
That's when you get your Chokovich hat on.
Yeah. You said just pull it out and put it on like Choker bitch. Mark Andrews, not likely to play. Oh my God. Oh my. I got this dude in like 3 fucking leagues.
Interesting.
Oh man, I'm on a tilt now. God damn, I'm on a tilt. I'm on a mission. As soon as we get off the damn phone, I gotta find some players. You went black.
Yep. Well, no, I'm not that black.
Turn black.
All right, let me go handle that here real quick. All right, and I'm back. All right, hello.
All right, there you go.
That's my Chokovich hat.
I need a couple of those because I would have that on tilted to the side. Like I will choke the shit out of you. You asked me to do something on Sunday.
Yeah, I had to go make a roster move on my end here. Thank you, Sleeper, for
Oh, what did you do?
you know what I did.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Ramondre Andrews. I don't know what you did. Get out of here. I don't know what you did.
Oh, I picked up Isaiah Likely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was thinking about doing that earlier in the week too to kind of handcuff it because I knew he was a little like but I didn't want to
you
roster.
got Andrews in our league. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I got him in all the others. Well, I had my tight ends waiting. I had here we are talking. Now let's go.
Well, look, let's kind of wrap this episode up here because I feel like we're way too erect to be doing this right now. So a little bit of a shorter episode for everyone because I know we were.
I thought you wanted to do the draft, or you don't want to.
Wait, what? Oh, fuck yeah, we have to do the draft, don't we? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right, let's do that, and then let's push.
See, I told you, our penises are very, very hard. It's taking away the blood flow from our heads.
Why did Sleeper start doing it? They start sending updates. I'm like, God damn,
so
what are you doing?
That's actually what they do around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
10 o'clock on Saturday.
I usually remember, around like, I want to say more closer to midnight, though. I thought they start sending out like.
Yeah, well, you know what, though? That's that very well. I mean, it trickles in. But yes, Saturday it's usually like rapid fire, like like
boom,
around midnight.
Boom,
you're like, fuck me, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it'd be like questions you thinking of all week. Like, is he gonna play? Is he not? And then they just start letting you know like who's likely and who's not likely to play.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Likely, Isaiah Likely. That was a snare drum joke there.
The pun intended.
Little rim job. I mean rim shot. Okay, so, but yeah, just to kind of wrap this up a little bit here, and we'll go into the draft. Yeah, sorry for it being a bit of a shorter, kind of all over the place episode, but I think we haven't had like one of those real super organic ones that we're shooting from the hip in a while, because we have made conscientious efforts to be more formatted and have more of a kind of a process in mind because we are, we want this to be more of a professional-esque type of thing, but still be real to our thing. We're not selling out. But it was just super hard to focus on something that's happened because nothing really has happened. And we don't really have anything else that we really are focusing on except the football and the fantasy football. So it's like, I'd rather not just talk about, what's crazy about lamps? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like you got to get that first high out of your system. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's like we got to get that first week out of our system, and then we can just re-hone our focus back on what we do. Finding certain words or something like that, or a universal topic instead of coming willy-nilly. But hey, it happens.
But that's also why we're going to be recording 2 football episodes a week. So because I know we only did the one because we did the draft, and coming Tuesday and every Saturday, we'll be doing the football thing to kind of one serve our fix because fuck you, we pay the bills, not you. We do what you want. But two, nobody gives a shit. Fucking Cardinals anyway. Who the fuck is playing a Cardinal? But also because these football episodes are meant to serve a purpose to kind of aid you with your fantasy ideas, your fantasy problems. Because our roster is very big, and we're starting 14 players, and we have a pool of 20 players in all to play. So,
another thing that I really like about your league is the players that in these traditional leagues I'm too scared to pull the trigger on.
Yeah,
guns blazing on your league. I'm like, boom! I'm ready.
And that was my whole point. And
glad I can use these players that I'm like kind of too scared. I don't got the balls to put them out there, but in your league, balls is out.
You wouldn't be like in a normal league. In a normal league, you're not going to be trotting out like a Traquan Smith. You're going to be like, fuck that.
No.
In this one, you're like, he's my starting number 2, bitch. Let's fucking go.
Yep. It's like, but yeah, I love that, man. Guns blaze.
That was my whole point because I wanted it to be a fun, and it's interesting because just to kind of put this out here, then I swear to God we'll get into the draft. I had a few of the new people come in, and Will enjoyed it, and our newbie Taylor came in, and he's like, dude, I really enjoyed this draft. It was a lot of fun. I was like, thanks, man. Like, I appreciate that because by round 8 or 9, you're not drafting for depth. You're still drafting for starters. Yeah.
In any other draft, you're drafting for depth only. After once you fill your running backs and your receivers, you're just drafting to see if you can just play around. But
I think I was still drafting. I think I was actually still I was drafting for depth before my full roster was even. Like my starting roster was even filled, which is crazy. Like I'm pretty sure I was drafting wide receiver depth before I even got my running backs drafted. So, but anyway, look, here's our draft here, boys and girls. So, I feel like the normal standard protocol is I think we go 5 rounds between the 2 of us, and we do 4.
What is your best 2? Yeah.
So this one you had trouble with. And hopefully you thought of some on the way between the last week and a half and what have you. Tiff was struggling like a motherfucker. So I'm kind of upset she isn't here.
She said she thought it wasn't even a good idea because she couldn't think of anything.
Well, then I told her marrying her wasn't a good idea and shut the fuck up. So that's why the bitch ain't here right now. No, she's in Florida. But I kind of wish we could do it while she was here so I can see her tilt. But I can surely make her upset with something I can do during the week to suppress that feeling of, haha, I made you uncomfortable. So and I'll kind of explain a little bit what this is, and with the first pick, you'll kind of understand where I'm going with it. Then it may trigger some ideas.
Us rank them. Just let us say them. Don't say one's better than the other because
no. We only rank them when we have a 3-player draft because then you're really having to play
what I can think of.
Right.
I can't say one's better than the other.
Right. So my idea was combo foods. So Fatty over here is like, another food draft because I don't know, I have no other hobbies. So combo foods in the sense of what goes together with this other food. Like peas and carrots. That's not really a combo food. That's delicious, but still
just getting your vegetables in there.
Right. So my number 1 pick is grilled cheese and tomato soup.
You fucker! I had that on my fucking list. Oh! I thought that was way down the list. I was like, ain't nobody thinking of that one.
I got the draft idea while I was eating that shit. I'm like, Let's do this draft.
They go to fucking together. They really do.
Because
I mean, like,
one, you can't eat a dry ass grilled cheese. That shit is foul. And who the fuck
I
eats
mean, I
tomato
have
soup?
ate grilled cheeses by themselves, but at the
Okay,
same
it's
time,
not foul, but like I'm trying to pump up my pick. Fuck you.
no. But when
It
are
really
you
is
ever
more
having
like-
tomato soup?
Who the fuck eats tomato soup? Who the like?
Never.
It's a dippable thing. Like it. I have actually. If there wasn't tomato soup here, which the only reason it's ever here is for literally grilled cheese. I have
Like
used
tomato
marinara. I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. Keep it moving.
I mean, I think the tomato soup is more dependent upon the grilled cheese than the grilled cheese is dependent upon the
absolutely.
tomato soup.
Yes.
Because you can have a grilled cheese, or you can have a grilled cheese with something else. You know,
That's what I'm
and then-
saying, like marinara or like fucking sketty sauce. You can pull it. Like that
Yeah.
is a good. That is an
but
audible
the
that I've
tomato
done.
soup's existence is solely dependent upon that grilled cheese.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause no
that
one
and
eats
maybe I
tomato-
think like, do you put tomato soup in fucking chili? No, I don't. No, you don't. No. So there is literally no other fucking reason for its existence.
Yeah, tomato soup is solely based off of.
I'm so glad I got you to tilt after pick,
I
especially
ain't saying
especially in a
tilt
draft
me,
that you
I
weren't
just
even gonna
thought that
rate.
was a pick that I could slide into the third round or something.
No.
Yes, man.
There's
I know that
no.
was the first round. I'm gonna go with one that I don't know if I'm like a big fan of. I mean, like,
Now
I've
hold on,
had
real
it-
quick. Are we doing a snake or are we just going back and forth?
Just going back. We don't have a third thing to snake.
Motherfucker, I'm forgetting shit. It's been a while.
Like, how
all
can
right.
you snake with only two people?
So I go, then you go, then you go, then I go, then yeah. That's how you fucking snake it.
That's called taking turns. That ain't no snake.
No, it's not taking turns. I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go. If you're snaking, I would go, then you would go, then you would go, then I would go, then
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck? You can't snake with two people. No, just go back and forth.
okay. All right. Make your stupid pick.
He got mad. He's like, motherfucker, make your stupid ass pick. No, I don't know if, I mean, and this is a fairly new combination that everyone's I ain't gonna say fascinated with, but that everyone loves now. And I've had it, but I'm not a super fan because I'm not a fan of waffles. But
Don't you
chicken and
black
waffle.
fucking cock sucking goddamn stereotype.
Chicken and waffles
Black
is like-
asshole.
it's like, I want to say the past 10 years, that has been a combination that people love, man.
I
They
fucking
really
knew it
do.
too. That was a spite pick, wasn't it? You fucking bitch.
Well, if you took mine, yeah.
Fair
Hell
enough.
yeah. Chicken and waffles is like,
You know what's funny? Like,
but
I
they
feel
can
like
both, but they can both operate by themselves. Like, they don't have to. One, it's not like the tomato soup pick where
Right.
one is totally. They can operate independently.
you know what's funny though? Like, this is just the weird fucking thing of it. Like, I'm mad that I'm mad that the black guy picked a predominantly black fucking food, and you're mad that the white guy picked. Wait, it doesn't work. Hold on. I don't know. Maybe it's just more funny that I'm like mad that you got chicken and waffles.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
why does the
grilled
white
cheese
guy
and
know
tomato
about that?
soup. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. I mean, maybe that is a predominant. Is that a predominantly white food or?
I feel like it's a
Yeah.
fucking cheese sandwich, dude. What the fuck do you think?
Yeah, it is.
Like, you can only get more whiter if you had it like a mayo sandwich.
Yeah.
A mayo sandwich with a glass of milk. What the fuck?
You know what I don't understand? I ain't gonna say that's like the only thing I don't. But as far as a lot of white coworkers,
Yeah.
they will eat like it's lunch. It's fucking lunch at the job, right? And they will grab a little like cup of macaroni and cheese, and that's it. Like, how can you eat just that with no meat? Like, I can't. Macaroni and cheese is a side to me, but for some white people, that's the whole meal. Like, what? I can't do it.
Yeah, well, all right. Are they like normal looking white people, or are they like minuscule white ladies? Because I feel like
No. I mean, these are grown white men. Like we're like, obviously, even seen that at previous job we worked at, where the vending machine would have like the little tub or the little bucket of macaroni and cheese, and I would be watching them, and I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, I'm getting my lunch, and then they would go in the machine,
no,
they would
wait,
grab the
are
macaroni
you
and
just like staring at white people eat like it's a
no,
fucking
I'm just
video
saying,
game?
they're grabbing their shit, right? So I'm thinking to myself, all right, I was like, okay, they got the macaroni and cheese. Sam was one of them. They got the macaroni and cheese, and I'm sitting there like, okay, he's gonna grab something else out of that wheel of death. You know, there's the wheel of death at work,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't grab nothing else. I was like,
Yeah, I don't get how
you're
that.
only gonna eat that macaroni and fucking cheese, and that's it.
Like that's not even carb heavy. Like that's just like shit. Like that.
That ain't enough for me, man.
I don't know, it ain't enough for you.
I ain't no big greedy. Like I ain't gotta eat up the whole fucking world, but
No,
I gotta have macaroni and cheese is a side. It is not the main dish. It is not an entree to me.
Right. You don't go to the They got that as a main menu item on the kids menu instead of eating part.
Yep. But yeah, my
So-
pick is chicken and waffles. So there you go, number 2.
So shout out to Tulupo Honey though, because they do that shit right down there. So if you haven't
Yes,
been down
yes,
there,
that's where I see.
Right.
I walk past because I work there. I don't work at Tupelo Honey, but I work in Station Square, and people are eating outside. And I walk past, and I'm like getting ready to go into work. So I'm walking, and I see people outside, and those shits be looking bomb. They be pulling that chicken off them waffles.
did you have you tried it?
At there? No, I haven't.
Go there and get the banana pudding too. Shit is fire. Fire.
It's a country restaurant, yeah. So they know they got that country flavor to it.
And they're cool, and like the portions are super big, and they're just super good people. Like they're really like one. I think the first time we went, we ended up tipping our waiter like 50.
50. Dang. I think the most I've ever tipped a waiter was. No, I did 50 before, but that was at Roof Chris. But I mean, it's already high. So we was at Roof Chris, so trying to act classy and shit. I think I did a 50 or whatever. But
look,
yeah.
We weren't even there that long, and they were like, "I'm so sorry for you guys waiting. Here's a drink on the house, and we'll give you a dessert on the house." I'm like,
every time I see those waitresses out there, they do look super friendly. Like I don't know the whole conversation, but just a little bit I hear, everybody's smiling. Nobody's getting up and saying, "Hey, you do, my shit ain't right." And everybody looks friendly as fuck. It's a fucking zippity doodah atmosphere.
yeah, we actually ended up taking it. The last time we went, it was me and Tiff, and we ended up taking Timmy and his wife down there. So yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah, definitely.
You and Timmy, y'all went out and on a dinner date or whatever? That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I mean, you since you're down there, either get down there earlier. No, you can't really do that because your schedule's all goofy, man. Just take a trip down there, man. Maybe we'll fucking squad up and go down one day. I don't know, but yeah. All right. Anyway,
I walk past every day. So go ahead.
So, I mean, it's low hanging fruit, but burger and fry. It's real boring, real vanilla, but like it just goes together. Like you can't.
I mean, they could be independent, but most of the time the fry is more dependent on the burger.
Yeah,
the burger is on the fry. So
now, here's the important part. What fries do you like? Are you going shoestring? Are you going steak? Are you going the? I mean, they don't really have curly fries in a lot of places, but
my two best fry preferences. First of all, stringy. Like the stringy ones, almost anybody that have them, of course, McDonald's makes their living off of the shoestring fries. But even other places, like if you went to Uncle Sam's Subs, they got the shoestring fries there, and they're pretty good.
I don't like crinkle. I don't like crinkles. Crinkles are too smushy.
I'm not a big crinkle fan either. No,
yeah.
I mean, even if they're well done, but spicy fries, like not spicy, but seasoned fries, like Rallies, Checkers, Arby's, the curly fries, like the fries with the spices on them. I can get
Yeah.
down with those. I like those.
Yeah, I need a real salty fry. I'm just all about that. Like, I like you get a fry and your cholesterol goes up by 100 just after a fry. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Burger and fries, yeah, they do go together. I mean, they've been
Yeah,
going together
I mean,
for fast food
low-hanging
chains,
fruit.
make a living off of them.
Yeah, I mean low hanging fruit, but it was like I can't let that get past.
Well, low hanging fruit, I'm gonna go with some nasty shit that's nasty to me now. But when I was a kid, peanut butter and jelly.
See, I knew you were going to bring that up, and that I don't think that can qualify as that because that in itself, because it's itself a sandwich. You know
You
what
can
I
have
mean?
a
Like,
peanut butter sandwich and you can have jelly toast by themselves.
yes, but it's kind of like they're just condiments, right? They're not independent kind of foods. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to get a side of you're not going to get a
Peanut
side of
butter goes in Reese's. Okay. Well, let's go peanut butter and chocolate. Then is that what you want? That what you want a Reese's?
Oh,
Is that what you want? Peanut butter can operate independently, as well as jelly can be put on toast independently. Put
because
them two together
I guess how
is
I'm
a
looking at
combo.
it, it's like an entree and a side almost. You know what I mean? That's kind of that's the designation, I guess, of the draft.
Mm.
You see what
So
I'm
you
saying?
saying
Like it's like two different foods to go to because I see what you're saying, and I knew you were gonna bring it up because I wasn't gonna for that reason.
the
Um,
peanut butter? I mean, they operate. They've been on little kids' foods forever. I mean, they're
right,
inseparable.
but they're not two separate foods that it's like one of them can't be considered an entree and the other one can be considered a side, I guess is where I'm going with it.
I don't understand where you're going.
So
You said
like all right,
entree
so
and a side. I
let's
mean, peanut butter can be operate by itself in candy and chocolate and all types of shit. And
right, but it's not an
jelly can
entree.
be put on toast or be put on things by themselves too. But
But
when you put
it's
the two
not an entree
together,
though. That's what
huh?
I'm saying. Like if you had to look at that, what would you call the side and what would be the entree? Like with my first pick, what the fuck was my first pick? Hold on here. Um, so my entree was grilled cheese and the side was soup, and then you went with chicken and waffles. So the chicken would be the entree, the side would be waffles. I then went with
You didn't say that criteria. So now you're saying it has to be an entree and a side
well,
together?
not like blatantly like that, but it ends up shaking out that way. Yeah, like it's not it's like an
You sound
unspoken
like someone.
criteria.
You sound like the New England Patriots. You trying to Bill Belichick me? You trying to taper to fit your mold and try to fucking disqualify my pick? What's going on here?
I'm just saying. I feel like, I mean, we will allow it, but I feel like the sanctions and the judge and the committee is going to look at this pick.
He said the committee. Okay. All
Like,
right.
like the commish may even kind of. I don't know. We'll see. I'll allow it.
Okay. Hold on. So okay. So let's stick to the thing then. Okay. Let me tilt for a second. Entree and a side.
Like it would be the same idea if I was like cereal and milk. It's like, well, duh.
But you can cereal don't really operate by itself. Milk does, of course, but
Motherfucker,
cereal you're not really.
first of all, I have snacked on cereal. Don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just bought.
I've definitely turned it into a snack. I have
Look,
definitely
I went to Coons. I went to Coons, and I got Frankenberry 2 for $6. Let's fucking go, baby!
done
I was
that.
very excited, but
Okay, surf and turf. So
okay.
steak and lobster. I mean, they might be two entrees, but the
No, it
lobster's
counts.
more of
It
the
works.
side, huh?
No, that works. That's perfect. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
lobster's
I'm.
like
Yeah.
the lobster's kind of the side, and the steak is the main course. So steak, surf and turf, them shits go together like hell.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with. I mean, maybe a little. No, I wouldn't say it's obscure, but I'm gonna go General So's and rice.
Are you really gonna eat General Soul's by itself without the rice?
Yes. Well, no. I mean, you can, but this is kind of why it goes together. This is why it's a good pick because.
All right, I'm commissioner. You can't use foreign foods.
This fucking guy. All right. Well, then everything's foreign.
You can't use Chinese, Asian ingredients. I know I'm just playing with you.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
I mean
rice.
but that's exactly. I mean, you're making the argument for the pick because if you can't really do them separate, that's what makes that a pick. That's why they go together for the combo.
But I can eat rice by itself. Like I can eat some shrimp fried rice.
I can eat waffles by themselves, and I can eat chicken by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fuck you and your logic, bitch. Make a pick.
No, I'm just saying they're independent. Same thing with peanut butter and jelly.
Motherfucker, don't.
But you're saying they're sides.
I will boo you like they boo Goodell. Stop fucking with me.
I mean, and I can eat steak by itself, and I can eat lobster by itself as well. I mean, they all can be independent.
No, but I mean,
tomato
it's one of the
soup I'm not
things
eating by itself, though. I'm not eating tomato soup by itself. I'm just not.
No. What are you, a lunatic?
Yeah, so
reevaluate our friendship at that point.
Totally independent. I mean, they're totally dependent upon each other.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where the rice soaks up the sauce, and it just works. And they just give you the rice for free anyway. It's not like you have to ask for it. They're like, here you go. We have a ton of this.
Yeah,
like a literal ton.
That's when you go to those places like Benihana and Nakama and all of those. What's another one called? I don't know. All those places. You know, the only thing that they don't run out of, and they have an abundance of, is that fucking rice. It's everywhere. Yeah, I mean, and because they do it right there at the table and all.
Yeah,
that.
I've never been to one of those places before.
You haven't? Oh, that's something you gotta do, man. I mean, I've been to several of them, and it's like they start you off, and then they give you some rice, and then they show you how to do the rice, and then whatever you're on, they do little tricks and shit. And
yeah. I've seen the things happen, but I've just never been privy to it in person.
Really? Wow. You never been to those places?
I guess we gotta have a dinner date here.
You already owe me some Tupelo honey.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Entree, side, goes together.
You know what's funny? Somehow or another, we're gonna end up doing an 1.5-hour episode because why the fuck not?
He said, the simple logic is, why the fuck not? Oh shit. I don't care what y'all say, man. I mean, I said it at your house. Chili, cornbread.
Yeah.
Have to have. Now they can operate cornbread, you can't eat cornbread by itself, and you can't eat chili by itself. But who's eating chili without cornbread? Maybe some Wendy's chili or some shit. But because they don't
that is tomatoes.
That's chili. Like my daughter used to work there.
Tomato soup.
For y'all people that don't know, Wendy's chili is disgusting. My daughter used to work there. It's not really chili. She said they used to take the burger scrappings, like all the burgers that fell apart or whatever, and they would put them in a little bin, and they would take all the burgers that ripped off, and mix them together and make and serve you this chili that they call chili. So, yeah.
Oh, well, so all right, let's be let's be honest. If you're getting chili from a burger place, you're making a fucking bunch of bad decisions.
I'm saying, I mean, when you are intoxicated or you've had a few, you'll eat damn near fucking plastic off the ground. It'll taste good. I mean, hey, and Wendy's is one of the places that's open late, 2, 3 in the morning.
Ooh, I gotta pick. All right. So what's this, round 4 now?
No. Yeah, hold on. I said no. You said
All right, so I got
Tomato soup.
I got grilled cheese.
Tomato soup,
I got burgers.
burgers and fries, and then you got
Oh, General Tso's and rice.
yeah,
So, yeah,
oh,
this
yeah,
is round
yeah.
4. Pizza and wings.
I almost kind of think of those two as separate, but yeah.
I mean, but they
Every
like
pizza
it is
place,
yeah. There's
every
always
pizza place has both of them. Like, there's no pizza place that says we only serve pizza. No, Little Caesars don't sell wings, do they?
Little Caesars don't sell pizza either.
Yes, they do.
When they start doing that,
Here you go again.
that shit is fucking gross. Golly.
They don't, but Pizza Hut do. Domino's do.
Yeah.
Every other pizza chain I can think of does.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, and they literally have combos, and it's like, hey, here's a pizza and wing deal, or a pizza and a sub deal, or some shit like that. So yeah,
Ooh,
I just feel like that. I feel like that just they kind of go hand in hand. I mean, you're doing a party. What are you getting? You know what I mean?
Pizza and wings.
Yep.
Gotta have, like let's suppose you got some random item, like you got pizza and a hoagie. I mean, pizza and hoagies go together, but let's suppose you got that. Somebody's gonna come to that party and disrespect and be like, "Damn, where the wings?" And you're gonna be like, "Motherfucker, it's free. Shut the fuck up." You know what I mean? But they do go together. You have to have them together. Yeah.
Damn, I'm fucking hungry. Oh shit.
All right, my next one is something that I totally wouldn't participate in, but they go together. Cake and ice cream.
Oh yeah.
They can operate independently because you can definitely fuck up some cake by itself and you can definitely fuck up some ice cream, but them two together.
Yeah, that's a good one.
A hot item. I'm proud of myself with that pick.
Yeah, no, that was good. I'm surprised Diabeto over here didn't bring this shit up. So, following in the same kind of vein with you on something I don't really participate in, mostly, well, actually not mostly, only because the one part of it I don't like, but it is a staple: bacon and eggs. Don't like eggs.
You don't like eggs?
Nah, man. The taste, the
what
texture,
about
the smell.
Like, you don't like no version of them.
Get that shit out of me. Go away.
What?
Yeah, it's a
look.
I'm a real like
eggs. They definitely could operate independently, but who's eating just a piece of bacon by? Well, I guess you can put bacon on sandwiches and shit. But if you're just gonna have bacon by itself, where's the fucking eggs? And if you're gonna just have eggs by itself, where's the bacon?
So I mean, I was gonna go like bacon and pancakes, but bacon and eggs is more like socially acceptable as like a yin and a yang type of deal.
Yeah.
But if it's up to me, I'm doing like bacon and pancakes or some shit like that.
But
yeah, bacon and eggs.
Good one.
For the votes, bitches.
Now you okay, sauce. Like, do you
can't do chicken and hot sauce. Well, you can't do hot sauce anyway.
Say, like nachos and cheese, but like you said,
that's yeah. I mean, look.
Who's eating nachos without cheese?
It was on my list. It was absolutely on my list.
You know what's another staple that's, I mean, now I'm just honorable mentioning, but I don't know. Some people don't like A1, but A1 on a steak, like, can you eat a steak? I understand you can eat a steak without A1, but can you put something else on the steak besides A1? Like, A1 is essential to the steak to me.
No, I mean, it wouldn't count as a pick because it doesn't, it's just a condiment.
Sauce, yeah.
But saying, I thought about going like tacos and hot sauce, but that's not really going to go because it's
Well, tacos and taco sauce, like not the hot sauce, like not hot for me. It's got to be mild because hot breeds
because you's a pussy.
hot breeds helicopters.
Yeah.
Y'all know what helicopter poop is.
Mm. But yeah, like cheese sticks and marinara.
Oh, good one, good one, good one, good one. Mm.
Because if you ever get like an Arby's cheese stick that is not fresh, you need to like drown that in something that's like if you get it fresh out the fryer, you could like sort of kind of deal with like the lubrication of the fucking grease.
Yeah.
But you get that thing that's been sitting in that thing for an hour and a half, you need to smother that in something to make that palatable. Because if I'm going to shit myself, I need to make it
condiments all day, like ketchup and fries, and lunch meat sandwiches with mayonnaise. Like
I think we fucked up. We could have had this as a draft, but I think we already blew our loads.
What?
Oopsie. But all right, so let's go. Let's kind of run down the draft here. So I had grilled cheese, grilled cheese and tomato soup, burger and fries, General Tso's and rice,
and your last one.
Pizza and wings.
Pizza and wings. And now we had 5, right?
Yeah, and the last one that I just did that I already forgot. Oh, bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs. Yep. I done forgot mine picks too.
Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles. Then I tried to do. What did I try to do? And you commissioned
some bullshit. Some bullshit that we're not going to bring it up anymore because we've already vetoed it and commissioner is already fining you.
I got to remember what it was.
It's peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, and you Roger Goodell me, and then I said, was it surf and turf?
You did surf and turf. You did cake and ice cream.
Cake and ice cream. Oh man, I did something before surf and turf, didn't I?
Yeah, you definitely did. I just don't know what it was because it was probably that bad of a pick.
No. Oh man, I can't even remember what order. So it was 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said,
you know what we should actually start doing here? We should maybe start writing these down as we go. Because I know we did that. We did that.
To write it down, and she remember that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did.
What the fuck was that? What was that pick?
No. It was something that I said I don't like. No, I said cake and ice cream, surf and turf, chicken and waffles.
What was your last pick?
That's crazy, man. My brain is scrambled over here. I'm lost.
Well, I mean, I'll have to re-listen to it, and I'll put that on the poll.
I lost my train of thought on that one, man.
But not for nothing. This is a learning experience here. We really should actually write these down as we go.
Oh my god!
But,
no, because right after you said pizza and wings, I was like, man, that's a good pick. And then I said nachos with cheese was my last one.
Yeah, nachos and cheese. Yeah.
But then I had another one in there. Right after you said that.
Oh, chili and cornbread.
Chili and cornbread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit. I need to stop smoking weed.
Oh man. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, I'm gonna put a poll up for that so everyone can kind of see that, and that'll be on Twitter. And I don't know if I can put that on YouTube or not. I'm not sure, but if I can, I can. But let me play.
Did go a damn hour and a half. He was like, "Yeah, let's cut this episode short." We cut it about 5 minutes short, everybody.
I mean, by comparison, the last episode for the C word, that was 2 hours. Oh, by the way, before I kind of play this outro here, I did do an interview with Amy, and she's a real cool broad. really cool sports
I
minded
seen that when
lady.
I pulled up my YouTube, and then my algorithm pulled that up, and I kept seeing you with some lady, you know, on the.
Oh, that was Andrea. That was Andrea. She's a sex therapist, and that was a cool episode too. But
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to upload this one with Amy here. She is a woman in the sports field, which is rare because it's kind of like dudes are dicks, and we'll kind of look down upon women that are in that kind of male oriented, you know, kind of atmosphere. So it was an interesting.
Well, as we discussed before, I like my woman to know about sports, but I don't want you to tell me, like,
Right.
try to correct me on shit. Like, that's when I'm gonna be like, bitch.
And this is why I do the interviews and not Jermaine. But I'll have that uploaded tomorrow too. So I actually have 3 things to upload tomorrow because we're going to do football here in a minute. But you know, be on the lookout for that. But you know, we're going to get back to doing this weekly here. We just had to kind of get, you know, my man was sick, and then I was sick the week before that, so we got that literally and figuratively out of our system. So,
everybody, we're sorry for making the first like half an hour of this one a lot about football, but we are just
that was
excited.
that was the point of it. That actually was our topic. So, you know, and I'll make sure I make the title very football oriented so people know. And if that doesn't, you know, tickle your fancy, then hey, no worries.
Skip
It's
over
all good.
But you're gonna miss a good ass combo draft right behind.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, there are timestamps, so you can realistically kind of fast forward to the draft. So I can put a timestamp in there. So if you don't want to hear the football stuff, you want to go right to the draft, you can do that. But let me play this outro for folks so they know where to find us and all that fun stuff, and then we're going to get into football here right after it.
Good show.
Hey, this is Rich from the X's and O's of Life podcast, and Pillow Talk and football and all that fun stuff, and the interviews and all that. Just wanted to say, you know, look, we're on Apple, we're on Google, we're on iHeart, Spotify. You know, sub to our content so you get it whenever we upload. Follow me on Twitter on the X's and O's of Life BDE Street podcast. I'm on Facebook. Yeah, so we even have the Patreon. All these links are in the description. So just check us out. So when we drop new content, even on YouTube, we're on YouTube too. We're everywhere. We're everywhere, like a disease. Yeah, but just check us out. Sub to it. Definitely helps, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I straight cut you off too. That's hilarious because all I heard was good shit. So
you cut me clean the fuck off.
Hey, well, that's what happens when you make, you know, bad picks, and Goodell gotta step in. But
oh man, he made sure that his fucking pick was legitimate. And then he was just fucking shitted on my pick. Was like, no, we can't do that.
Nope.
New rules, section 138 of the NFL manual states
that I will deflate your motherfucking balls every time.
Oh man.
Boys and girls, my name is Rich.
This is Jermaine.
And that was, I guess, a podcast or the X's and O's of Life. I don't know what you want to call this anymore. But yeah,
it's a hybrid.
It's a good goddamn time. That's what it's called. So I appreciate y'all listening.
I know y'all paying attention to the ticker down below, but yeah, YouTube, love you. You know, hey, these video things, I thought it was a bad idea until Rich forced me on here, and now it's the best platform we have. So
legitimately
appreciate the support, everyone.
And we gotta, once again, and real quick, we gotta get you over to the house here at some point, maybe next week if you're not doing shit. So I can teach you how to Twitters and all that stuff. And we need to get you, because here's the thing, I can see the comments on YouTube, but you can't because it's my channel, right? So I could give you, you know, the login stuff so you can get on there and all that stuff if you want, but there's no way for you to kind of be privy to the stuff unless you actually log into it.
Me, you know, DH, you know, good friend of mine. You know, becoming a good friend of Rich's as well.
And
We
the
play
fellas that, and the
fantasy
fellas
league.
that showed up too, they're all on there yapping. So it's like shit, man.
People were making comments. I don't see them. Like, you told me. I was like, what? I didn't know. You know.
So I got to get you interjected into that too, so you can see all that, because that's not fair. Because initially it wasn't fair because everyone was talking in the group chat. I'm like, well, I want to see.
I know.
Now it's like flip the
now
script.
it's the other way around. Yeah.
Right.
You were sitting up there like, man, I can't see none of that shit. Now I can't see none of that shit.
Turnabout's fair play, motherfucker. But yeah, we need to get all squatted up on that. So we'll do that. But all right, kiddos, we're gonna get out of here and then record another podcast because masochists.
Because what?
Because we're masochists, and you know, sleep is for pussies. So yeah,
All
we're
right.
gonna jump right into football, and yeah, so we'll see all that.
I'm getting prepared. I got to do some push-ups.
I mean, look like jumping jacks, but that's how we're gonna leave. Toodles.
Oh shit.